Let's be honest. A Court of Frost and Starlight is essentially the ACOFAS Christmas special. It's warm and it's cosy, but nothing really happens. So if you don't really want to read the book, or perhaps you just want a bit of a recap, don't worry, I've got your back. So here is A Court of Frost and Starlight, summarised easily and quickly. So the book is set after the war with Highburn. Prythian is safe, but they are broke and they are healing. The Night Court is focused on repairing Valeris, helping the refugees, and pretending that everyone is emotionally fine even when they're not. Now, the winter solstice is coming up, which is essentially Christmas for Valeris, and Rhysand wants everyone to come together to relax and to heal. But spoiler alert, the healing is not going very well. So our beloved Feyre is now High Lady. She is married, she is rich, but she is also deeply traumatised. She's suffering from PTSD after the war, and this comes through in anxiety, nightmares and emotional numbness. But the way that she gets through it is by painting. She's also setting up an art studio for the traumatised children, and I mean, this is genuinely sweet, and it's one of the few major plot contributions that we have in the entire book. Rhysand is being supportive, he's being gentle, and is essentially in his perfect husband era. The relationship is mostly domestic at this point, which, to be honest, is a huge shift from what we've seen in the earlier books, where there's the war going on. Rhys is dealing with survivor's guilt. He died in the war, he came back, and now he just feels like everything is his responsibility. He's worried about rebuilding Valeris and also the political tension between him and other courts, but then finally just making sure that Feyre is okay. He's also deeply concerned about money because the rebuilding of Valeris costs quite a lot, and this becomes super relevant as gift-giving season hits. So let's talk about the emotional core of the book, which is Nesta. She's deeply depressed, she's self-isolating, she's drinking way too much, and she's pushing everyone away. She refuses to live in Valeris, so instead she's living in a tiny rundown apartment. She hates the solstice, she hates gift-giving, but worst of all, she hates herself. Now, Cassian is quietly and painfully in love with her. He just doesn't know how to help. Their interactions are awkward, tense, and emotionally loaded. Cassian tries to include her, Nesta lashes out, and everyone around her just doesn't know what to do with her anymore. The book is basically setting you up for A Court of Silver Flames because you need to know how bad Nesta's mental health is before going into that book. So eventually everyone gathers in Valeris for solstice. There's food, snowball fights, lots of drinking and awkward energy, but the biggest moment has to be the gift giving. Nesta gives Cassian a handmade gift, which is huge for her because she hates vulnerability. Cassian also gives Nesta something meaningful, and it's one of those rare moments where you can see that they do actually care about each other. It's soft and sad and it's unresolved. I mean, Feyre and Rhysand, they give each other super emotional gifts because it's Feyre and Rhysand, you know, of course they do. And that's kind of it. There's no villain, no plot twist, and no dramatic battle. This book exists purely to show you the fallout of after the war, to bridge any gaps between the two books, and to set up Nesta and Cassian's story. So if you skipped it, you didn't miss any plot, but you did miss some important emotional context, especially for Nesta. So is it essential? No, but is it helpful? I would say so, yes. And ultimately, is it just a holiday therapy session for the Night Court? Absolutely. So thanks for watching. If you want some more ACOFAS roundups or any sort of content that you want, please like, subscribe and follow. And don't worry, you are still a true ACOFAS fan even if you skip the novella.